stallion barn, the office, and what used to be the breeding shed over there. So we have about 100 employees now, so it doesn't really cut it as an office anymore. So, but obviously it's a beautiful little structure, so it kind of adds to the character of the place, and we get a lot of questions. So we're going to wander up past the bridge. The bridge is one of my favourite examples of Dr. Lockridge and his I guess you could say his excesses when he designed this place. That bridge, no water ever goes under it, the horses never go over it, it's purely there to look good, and it does a pretty good job. So basically what will happen is, in the morning when Pharoah comes out of his stall, he'll come out the door there. If he turns left, if he turns right, he'll come down here and head out to his paddock. If he turns left, he knows he's going to the breeding shed, and you might see a bit more of a bounce in his step. The big building where we're heading up to is the breeding shed complex, but as I said, you will see down, there's a wood chip path out amongst the trees. They all have their own paddocks. I got this question earlier, but the stallions all have a paddock in the same area, but they're always in separate fields. So in the wild, the stallion would have to compete with other stallions to prove who the dominant male was, and that's the one who would breed the harem of mares. So we try not to replicate that here at the farm. We obviously don't want them going out and proving who the bigger man is every day. So they have the companionship and they can see each other over the fence, but we always keep them separate, and there's a gap in the fence line. And a lot of people ask if Pharoah misses running and if he gallops around. To be honest with you, I think he prefers to eat grass. So what he normally does is walks into the corner of his paddock. There's an area where he gets down, has a good roll, and then he spends the rest of the morning with his head down eating grass, pretty much. Another question we get is we don't ride the stallions anymore. Some farms will ride them as part of their exercise regimen. We have a couple of round pens, so some of just like us humans, some of them get a little bit overweight too easily, so some of the horses get exercise 12 months of the year. The others, like Pharoah, who's still growing, he'll get exercise just before the breeding season to kind of get him in shape. But with that being said, American Pharoah has put on about 200 pounds since we got him off the track. Wow. So that's perfectly normal. Again, he's gone from an athlete to a more of a mature animal, so he's carrying a bit of weight in parts he probably didn't used to, just like you or I would.
He's a good weight.
And temperament-wise, I'm sure you guys saw him on TV and saw how he was with the crowds and with Bob and his staff. He is just the biggest gentleman we've probably ever had here, and we haven't noticed a change since he started breeding. He's just laid back, happy to do anything, never makes a fuss, So kind of wish all horses were that easy, but he makes life very easy on us, thankfully. And as I said, he's taken to his new job very well. So let's wander up to the breeding shed and we can have a little bit more of a chat about how that side of things works.